They're doing it once again. Also, President Biden was out earlier today confirming exactly what we thought. And a new bill? Yeah, exactly. I have all the details for you right here in this video. Let's get into it right away. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having a nice day so far. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate, and I am very much dedicated to you and this community as I'm doing all the research each and every day, boiling it all down into these short videos so that you can get the latest details hot off the wire each and every day as this information is being released. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get right into the update. All right, so I do have a number of different updates for you in this video, so I want to work my way through these one at a time, so let's get right into it. Number one, Representative Ro Khanna, who happens to be a Democrat, is once again urging the president to restart negotiations and talks on the Build Back Better agenda. Now, number one, it would no longer be called the Build Back Better agenda, but they essentially don't have a better name for it at this point, so that's just essentially what they're calling it, is basically, let's just restart talks on the Build Back Better agenda, whatever it happens to be. Now remember, this is the $1.75 trillion stimulus package that was supposed to be passed before Christmas of last year, and it never happened. But the House version of the bill was actually a $2.2 trillion package. So they were about $500 billion more than what they were actually focusing on. Anyway, Ro Khanna is pushing on the president and urging him to restart negotiations to get this bill done before they leave on their August recess. Now remember, generally Congress packs up their bags and they leave about the first week in August, and they leave for 5 weeks until about mid-September. So yeah, they're gone for a very long time. This is something that happens every single year, and usually they have some big piece of legislation on the table right before then, and they say, oh, we're going to stay through our break. Trust us. And then sure enough, we, turn our back for a second, and then they're gone. They hit the road. So we'll see what happens this year. If they actually do work on this newly revised Build Back Better, if they actually start working on it, and if they do, if they can actually get something done before they leave on their recess. Now, one more thing we need to remember too is not that many months after August is the midterm elections. If anything changes, as in control in the House or the Senate, their opportunity to use reconciliation, it's done, it's gone, it's over, it is it. So they only have a few more months here to use reconciliation if they want to do that, and provided, if something were to change with the midterm elections. Again, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know the future. Therefore, I can't say what's going to happen in the midterm elections. I have no clue, but only time will tell. All right, so that is number one here. Next that I want to talk about for you is a really cool thing that's happening in Chicago. Here's the deal. I know I've been talking about Chicago a lot lately, but here's the thing. Chicago's kind of got a lot of things going on right now. All right, let me buzz through this one really quickly. Remember about maybe a month ago or so, I was out talking about a guy named Willie Wilson. Apparently he's a philanthropist, he's an entrepreneur in the area of Chicago. I'm going to be honest with you, I never knew about him prior to about a month ago. He was out about a month ago and he pledged $200,000 to help people in the Chicago area fill up their cars with gas. Well, about a week and a half later after that, the first time, the $200,000, he came back and said, I'm doing $1 million. This weekend, I'm doing $1 million. So he ended up doing another $1 million where people could go out and get up to $50 of free gas pumped into their cars across, it was about 40 different gas stations around the Chicago area. Well, that was about, I want to say maybe 3 weeks or so ago. That was about then. Again, I could be off by a week, but it was about 3 weeks or so ago. Well, Willie Wilson is back and he's throwing down another $1 million. So super cool stuff. This is going down this coming Saturday. Again, if you're in the Chicago area, please pay attention to this and check this one out. Willie Wilson, obviously he's done pretty well for himself. Maybe he's got $2.2 million that he can just throw down and give away in the form of gas. $1 million this time, $1 million a few weeks ago, and then $200,000. So $2.2 million is what he is giving away here. So amazing stuff, right? So anyway, he's throwing down another $1 million this coming Saturday. It's going to be across about 40 different gas stations in the Chicago area. The list of gas stations is still to be determined, but they should be getting that information out within the next day or two. So probably by tomorrow or maybe the next day, we should be getting this information on the 40 gas stations in Chicago. Anyway, my point is, if you're in Chicago, please check this one out. Why not grab $50 worth of free gas from Willie Wilson, who obviously has a little bit extra money laying around, right? I mean, that's awesome. It's so cool. I love stories like this because I feel like a guy like Willie Wilson, obviously he's done pretty well for himself, right? I have no clue what his net worth is, what he does or whatever. I don't know anything about him for the most part. I'm just simply saying he's obviously done pretty well, right? He's got a couple $1 million laying around and he's handing it out and helping people who are struggling right now. Super cool stuff. I love stories like this. So anyway, hats off to Willie Wilson. He's throwing down another $1 million this week. So Saturday, if you're in Chicago, pay attention to that one. Also, I want to throw this one out there as well. I know I've talked about this over the last couple days here, but let me throw it out there really fast here once again, as long as we're still talking about Chicago. Early next week, the 25th and the 27th, mark those days on your calendar if you are in Chicago once again. Here's what's happening. They are opening applications for the $500 Universal Basic Income or Guaranteed Basic Income program in the Chicago area. $500 per month for 1 year for 5,000 people. Applications are opening next week. Also, they're also opening applications and the lottery for those 50,000, yes, you're hearing that correctly. It's a lot of cards. $150 gas gift cards that can be used at any gas station in the Chicago area. So again, Chicago's kind of got a lot going on right now, right? So anyway, if you're in that area, you've got a lot of money flowing around out there, and I hope you can grab some of that is possibly available, okay? So that's Chicago. Again, I know there's a lot of different places out there that are throwing money down right now. I just want to lay that out for you because I know there's a lot of you here in the community from Chicago and honestly all around the country. Well, if that wasn't enough for you, I got another one for you. All right, let me throw this one down for you. So here it is. In the city of Austin, Texas, they are going to be introducing a $1,000 guaranteed basic income program in that city. So here's what it's coming down to. If you're somebody in the Austin area and you are low income, they're going to be starting a $1,000 per month guaranteed basic income program. Again, this is going to be low income, and I believe they said they're going to be introducing this tomorrow, as in presenting it and making sure that it has final approval. So if you're in the Austin area or the Chicago area, please check out these programs. That's why they have these. They're for the low income. They're for people who are struggling right now, and you can get no strings attached money. Awesome. The best of all the worlds, right? Anyway, check those out if you're in those areas. All right, so I want to talk about President Biden for just a minute. He was out just a short time ago, earlier today, confirming exactly what we suspected late yesterday in that video, talking about the mask mandates on airplanes, buses, trains, things like this. Well, yesterday, it was about early evening time. The news broke, and masks on all of those modes of transportation that have been in place forever, years, a couple years now they've been in place, are no longer going to be enforced. So yeah, they're no longer enforced. Well, the president was out just a short time ago today, actually confirming, yes, it is completely optional to wear masks on airplanes, trains, buses, in your car, you know what I mean, wherever you want. It is completely optional now. So I've been reading a number of different headlines and articles today about this, and apparently people that were flying basically kind of just erupted in like applause and like cheering and all kinds of stuff. So I'd imagine a lot of masks were being ripped off of faces at that given moment when the news broke, right? So anyway, I'm not here telling you should or shouldn't wear masks. I'm just simply reporting the news for you, and this is what came out. So even the president confirmed it, and actually just a couple of days ago, they wanted to push out the mask mandate on all of these for another 15 days. Well, that's not happening anymore. So anyway, interesting stuff. If you happen to be flying or riding on a train or a bus or anything like that, it's totally optional. You can wear a mask if you'd like. Otherwise, if you don't want to, you don't need to anymore. Whoa, right? Wow. Anyway, hope you're having a nice day. These are the updates that I have for you as of right now. Like I said, I generally like to break down my videos into maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 updates in any given video, just because it gets to be a lot of information. And as you can tell, sometimes I try to talk fast. I try to get through these videos as quickly as possible because I want to be respectful of your time. Everybody's got a lot of time, and, I want to be respectful of that. So anyway, these are the updates that I have for you as of right now. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe down below. Leave your comments, your questions, and your feedback down below as well. And of course, feel free to go back and check out any of the other nearly 2,400 videos right here on the channel. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate it. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later.